Retail media is not new. Retail media has been with us for a long time in store. This is big business for retailers, and it is absolutely standard practice for marketing, for manufacturers' marketing budgets to be spending money in the stores to create prominence on the shelves and to do point-of-purchase marketing. Digital retail media is newer. So this is something that's currently being built, and we're just starting to get our heads around, hey, we do it in the offline world, and it's an opportunity in the online space too. And it's actually a big opportunity, and it's giving retailers the chance to monetize their sites and to create new revenue streams. So, you know, they can actually capture more marketing dollars from the manufacturers that they do business with. It is giving product marketers the opportunity to reach consumers when they're closer to the point of purchase.
We got into this business before there was a term called retail media. And quite frankly, a lot of our supplier partners still don't even use that term.
Yeah.
So I would say the term is less known than the desire. Okay. And the reason we got into leveraging CVS.com to bring supplier messaging to the customer was because there was a demand. So our supplier partners, as well as our merchandisers, when they were looking at ways to build up their sales plan, they started asking themselves, well, what can we do in the store? And what can we do in the circular? And the next logical question, because they all read, you know, where the trends are going. They know that a lot of ad dollars are shifting digital. They said, what can we do on CVS.com?
If you look at the overall media world, the reason that search, the reason that Google is the powerhouse is it's pay for performance. There is zero guesswork in our offering. There is incredible benefit in our offering working in partnership with a display offering. And so I think that when you get that sort of special sauce of the two working together, what you're able to deliver to those budgets, to those suppliers who are looking to spend their budgets, is you're looking to achieve marketing goals that are multi-tiered. You've got big branding, positioning, footprint goals. You also have very transactional, analytic-driven goals that are very sales-oriented. And if you look at any big agency in New England or elsewhere around the country, that's how they spend their budget. They brand, and they do pay for performance.
When you go to a retail site and you're going to buy something, the first thing that you do is you start to give your explicit intent of what you're looking for. I'm looking for, a men's winter jacket that's under $100, right? I'm looking for women's shoes that are over $100, right? You start to define the facets that make up that experience, and then the merchant's going to allow you to take the path through that to find what matters most to you. As important as that is giving the merchant and the business the ability to guide and influence the customer at every step along the way.
A retail site, they're looking for content that's relevant to our brand. And what better content to bring them than the content from, our key suppliers and brands that consumers have really, fell in love with. So I just want to draw that contrast. We're very excited about the monetization opportunity, don't get me wrong, but it still has to add broader value. And what we do see is when we execute a really excellent media campaign, not only do we reap the benefits of the monetization, but we see increased sales. And so I think that is sort of the holy grail for us, is how do we unlock that perfect combination of a retail experience, a monetized site experience, and then improved conversion.
I think it's just about making sure that you have the right ad in front of the right customer at the right time.
We're a pharmacy, we're a retailer, we're not necessarily a media company. So we really needed the efforts of these great partners to try to help us figure out a way to create these kinds of solutions.
We work proudly with CVS, but we also work with players like Walmart, like Sears, like Target. And through them, just in our network, we're able to go to an agency with 100 million uniques per month. So we're no longer a niche afterthought buy. Consumers' eyeballs have moved to the web. That research process happens on the web. And creating that connection, as these guys are doing with their CCF program of in-store and online, and creating, as I think Dustin has termed it in a few of our meetings, a sense around, getting a message out and giving a marketer the opportunity to impact with that message at every point on the path to purchase, that's our combined goal.
Actually, the largest marketing spend that we have at CVS is on our circular, our paid circular. It's in the hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars per year. And it's still the number one most important vehicle for us. But we're planning for the day when it's not really a valid vehicle anymore. Because that, while it's extremely important today, with newspaper circulation on the decline, we're not sure how we're going to continue to replace the lost sales that came from diminished circular distribution. Well, it's one of our largest expense, but it also is fully funded by our supplier partners. And so when you think about that, a retailer like CVS and the hundreds of millions of dollars that go, these are not national ad dollars. These are dollars dedicated, for CVS. We're starting to see opportunity. When we first got into this business, we wanted to segment and leave our co-op dollars that were earmarked for circular and internal retail spend segregated from this program. There's a lot of sensitivity, and that's part of this whole new era that we're moving into is budgets are under assault, and people are concerned where the money's going, and we're trying to assuage a lot of those doubts here and blaze new territory. But we need to be thinking out 5 and 10 years from now if you're a retailer and you don't have a digital way to engage your customer around products and promotions that you've traditionally done in a circular format, how will you justify the hundreds of millions of dollars that you're charging your suppliers?
Yeah.
And how do you help your suppliers move product? Because that's what our merchandising teams do with the circular and retail marketing tools is they help suppliers. Suppliers wouldn't give us those hundreds of millions of dollars if we couldn't move that product. But as that circulation declines, we have to figure out new ways to reach the customer and move those products. We needed to find somebody that had a competency in it. We brought them in. We've learned a tremendous amount, and that's how it all started. It was very organic and natural. It wasn't dreamed up. It wasn't some big idea that came to me in the middle of the night. Yeah. It was just demand.
We're not just talking about display. There's mobile, there's social, there's email. We're talking the full digital ecosystem. But those merchants are only going to lean forward and embrace this program if it helps them sell products.